Hello, and welcome to the second edition of CalTV's coverage of the 2008 presidential election. I'm Amanda Lowe.
I'm Allie Wolf.
And I'm Sonia Fleury.
Super Tuesday is coming up next week on February 5th, when 24 states will cast their votes for presidential nominees. So who are these candidates? Let's take a look.
Lawyer, First Lady, and Senator, Clinton serves as a champion for women. She emphasizes universal health care, strengthening the middle class, and ending the Iraq War. Clinton is currently first in total delegates. Obama is a presidential hopeful of change. He is popular among younger generations, promising to successfully end the Iraq War, fight special interests, and merge the red and blue Americas. He has been endorsed by Ted Kennedy. Until last Wednesday, when Senator Edwards announced his withdrawal from the presidential race, he was one of the top candidates for the Democratic Party. His endorsement remains key. McCain is widely regarded as a war hero. While in the Navy, McCain was a prisoner of war for 5 years and has served in both the House and the Senate. He is currently leading his party in delegates, with a platform emphasizing reduced taxes, health system reform, and a controversial policy on the Iraq War. Former Governor Romney served as president and CEO of the 2002 Olympic Winter Games. His campaign promises true strength for America's future and stands firm on decreasing federal spending, ending illegal immigration, and strengthening the military. The former Baptist minister, who served as governor of Arkansas, has made immigration a top priority in his platform. Huckabee is also a strong supporter of the war and is outspoken against abortion, same-sex marriage, and legal unions. With the youth vote playing such an essential role in these candidates' campaigns, we asked Berkeley students who they think will carry the day.
I really want to see Obama win because I think that I like his economic plan. I like his policies.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama will win the election.
Hillary Clinton with all of her connections.
I voted for Obama, and so I'd hope that he would win.
Obama's looking pretty strong.
Barack Obama will win.
Obama versus McCain.
I want to support Barack Obama.
Also ich glaube, Clinton wird gewinnen und nach dem, was ich sagen kann, ist, dass Barack der bessere Kandidat wäre.
I think that McCain's going to win the general election. He's a very experienced military man. He has a lot of history in that area. He was Air Force. He had an extended tour of duty, and I think that he's the right person to get us out of Iraq, and he has the knowledge to do that.
But regardless of their stances on numerous popular issues, all of these presidential hopefuls seem to agree on one thing.
As I travel around the country, people have an urgent desire for change in Washington.
We're going to have to see fundamental change.
You speak out powerfully for change.
We are united for change.
I love change.
What we need is somebody who can deliver change.
Real change, big change, bold change.
Washington has to change.
What will occur every time he speaks out for change?
Can I talk change with you?
Every time I fight for change?
For 25 years, I brought change.
You are the candidate of change.
Change is a concept.
I have been an agent of change.
I embody change.
Not only can I talk change with you, I've lived it.
While the demand for change has become the rallying cry on both sides of the political spectrum, change hasn't always been the mantra of political success. In November 2006, CalTV asked Berkeley students what they felt would be the single most important issue in determining the 2008 election. Here's what they had to say.
Education. I mean, coming from California, you always hear about education, how so many schools are getting budget cuts, so many schools are lacking the proper resources.
Healthcare. Feel a lot of people ain't got it, a lot of people need it, you feel that's what we need. Out here, man, we need people to be real healthy, you feel? You ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing.
Iraq.
The war in Iraq.
The war in Iraq.
The war in Iraq, terrorism.
And in 2008?
Probably the education policy and also healthcare reform.
Economic recovery. I think everybody's really worried that the country's going to go into a recession, especially since stock market prices are falling and there's this whole mortgage crisis.
50% of America's tax dollars go towards military endeavors, and I think this number is extremely high.
So the biggest issue, I think, in the upcoming election is foreign policy, not just the war in Iraq, but building good relations with other countries, especially in the Middle East.
The war, and also making sure that We have balancing, the national budget.
Okay, the biggest issue to me right now, I think, is healthcare. So I think it's affecting the most people and it's having the most serious consequences right now.
I personally think one of the biggest issues is the economy, because if you look at things like gas prices, they're steadily increasing.
The war is probably the biggest issue because, we've been over there for a long time.
The biggest issue for me is the war as well, because I don't think war is ever a good option for any government.
Ich denke, das größte Problem bei all den schönen Dingen hier ist Rauchen in Bars, Trinken in der Öffentlichkeit und mehr Sonne.
Education and where our tax money goes, and it should go to education, because I think that it's in a dire state in the United States. We just recently, as students, had to pay an additional 10% in our fees, and it is neglected, and so that's the biggest issue for me.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of CalTV's election coverage. With such a close race, every vote counts. We'll see you at the polls.